Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the support that you showed me in the last video. I am so grateful. And today I have a very special couple that I cherish, and they're going to share their journey in the last 7 years. Welcome Mr. and Mrs. Nyamita. Kindly introduce yourselves.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. Mimi naitwa Diana Nyanga Owino. Owino is my official name, but I got married to this handsome man. He will tell you his full name. And I'm a sonographer by profession. Sonographer, we are ultrasound specialists, medical diagnostic ultrasound specialists. So that is what I do. Yeah.
Thank you, Dorothy. My name is Absalom Nyamita. I'm also a medical practitioner in the same field as my wife. I'm a sonographer. We majorly deal with diagnostic, medical imaging diagnostic. Yes, thank you for having us.
Start with you, Diana. The story of how you guys met is very interesting. Please share with us.
That story is very interesting indeed.
Yes.
I think I'll allow my husband to start because he's the one who started this thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dorothy, for having us.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's a good gesture. We met in a divine way. It just happened when I had moved to Kericho and for a job that I got. Then my wife now already left. She was doing attachment in Kericho. And now then I was staying with some guys, some brothers whom we were fellowshipping in the same church. And it happened that one night we were having stories. I mean, just general stories about girls, you know, how is this, you know, comparing.
Yes.
And then they mentioned some girl, that's now my wife, that one day worshipped God. When was worshipping God, kind of, she was deep until she said tears, you know. Then I was kind of, I got interested. Now I wanted to know who is this girl, you know, that's such so loving, I mean, so deep in God. Then I requested these guys to, if they could give me the number of this lady. And I remember they hesitated. One of them actually, I later learned that she was having an interest. And then being that I continued, I persisted asking for the number, one of them gave me the number. And I called immediately actually. I called immediately that night. And when I called, I told now my wife that I'm so and so. I introduced myself and told her that I wanted us to be friends. Yeah.
So you called someone that you've never seen,
Yes,
someone that
yes,
you've
yes.
never met physically. You just heard of this girl who worshipped God while crying, and you got interested.
Of course.
Wow, Diana.
He kept calling every day, every night, and I could sense that this person was becoming too friendly.
Yes.
Because I was not used for that. I was not used to that. So apparently by that time I was facing a breakup. Now I was to have a date with my ex-boyfriend and to officially break up, if there's something like that.
Yes.
So this morning on Saturday, we have a date with my ex-boyfriend, and Nyamita calls me, and we chat, I go to the salon, then everything is okay. After I meet my boyfriend in the afternoon, I was so heartbroken. Not that I was so much involved with him,
Yes.
but it's because he had wasted my time.
Yeah.
I was so mad with him, and now here is someone who is friendly with me, and now here you are breaking up, you know, when you would have broken up a long time ago. So I got home, I was so pissed off. I didn't want anyone to talk to me or ask anything. So I went and lied on my bed and opened my Bible. Every time I would open my Bible, my mom would not talk to me. she knew I was very serious in prayers. So
Okay.
I opened my Bible and lay on my bed, and because I didn't want anyone to talk to me.
Yes.
So after some time, I had my phone ringing, and when I saw it was Abby, I just picked the phone and said, "Oh, please don't call this phone for the next 2 weeks."
You were so
Then,
pissed off.
yes, then
Okay.
I hung up.
Uh-huh.
So
Now to Nyamita.
Yes.
So when this girl said that you should not call her again, what did you feel? How did you
I felt bad.
Uh-huh.
I'm a kind of a person who I don't take. I mean, kind of a rejection.
Yes.
When somebody shows me that I don't want, I kind of react emotionally.
Yes.
But of late, I've overcome that.
Mm-hmm.
So the immediate thing I did was I deleted that number.
Like seriously?
I deleted that number, but the unique thing is that I mastered the last 2 digits
Uh-huh.
of that number.
Just in case she
In
calls.
case, yes. Because I actually within me I had a conviction that this is the right guy.
Okay.
So it happened that I had issues at the place of work.
Mm-hmm.
So I left that place of work, and then I changed. I bought a different number line.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had how many numbers? 2.
Uh-huh.
So what I used to do, I will put them interchangeably. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I put one,
Mm-hmm.
then I put the other after some time.
Mm-hmm.
So after a while, when I placed the other number, the previous number, the previous line, I mean, I got a message
Mm-hmm.
from her. That is actually after 2 weeks.
After 2 weeks?
Yes.
So you kept your wife?
Yes, I didn't call. But then when I placed the number, the line, I saw a message.
Mm-hmm.
And the message
From her?
From her.
Okay.
Yes.
So these 2 weeks you were praying and you were asking God to confirm, or what was happening?
okay, that day I can tell you for sure, my heart went out. I was feeling so bad. So why have I
Mm-hmm.
just done that to a good friend?
Okay.
He had become a good
So
friend.
you're feeling guilty?
I was feeling guilty, but then I am this person who I don't make a promise unless I'm willing to keep it.
Okay.
So I said, "Oh God, please help me.
Mm-hmm.
Let this guy not call me again
Mm-hmm.
until the 2 weeks are over.
Yes.
If you really want us to be anything, to continue communicating.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is not your will for us to communicate,
Mm-hmm.
let him call,
Mhm.
because I'll actually know
Mm.
we are not meant to be, and I will just forget about him."
Yes.
So, hey, the 2 weeks are like a year. Every day
Yeah.
I look at the phone and
Uh-huh.
wanted to call, but I said no. The 2 weeks have
I must keep my word.
Yeah.
You were just playing hard to get.
Yes.
Okay.
Not so hard to get,
Uh-huh.
but I was in that state. You don't know what, as in, what was.
You're not in a position to make a
Yes,
decision.
because
yes.
you actually from one hata hujamaliza,
Mhm.
and then here is another one who is so good,
Yes.
and you don't want to chase him away because maybe he's the one and you don't know, yeah.
Mhm.
And I also made a prayer that this my ex-boyfriend should also not communicate with me,
Okay.
because if he communicated with me, I'll be confused.
Mhm.
So I told God, keep them away until the 2 weeks. Then I will know what to do.
Mhm.
I will, yes. So
Sonia Mita, you see a message from this number that you deleted.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Tell us.
So I called.
Uh-huh.
When I don't like responding to messages.
Yes.
I rather call.
Mhm.
So when I placed the line, I saw the message. Now I called.
Mhm.
And then we started communicating. I actually explained to her what had happened at the place of work,
Mhm.
and the reason why I was having a different number.
Mhm.
Then I gave her the new number, the new line, the new number, and then actually I remember I threw the other
The other
line.
number.
Yes. And then we continued talking.
Yes.
Yeah. It was very interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, when we continued talking with her. It was.
At what point did you meet?
Now, I remember when I had, something touched my heart when I was facing a bit of challenge.
Mhm.
Yeah. And remember, this is somebody you've not met.
Yes.
And then I had gotten some job, some work
Mhm.
in Nakuru. Now, and I didn't have money.
Mhm.
And then something just told me, see, just request your friend if she can bail you out.
Yes.
Then I asked her.
Mm-hmm.
I remember asking her, could you kindly help me out? I want to travel to Nakuru, but I don't have don't have money to travel. Do you know, she responded immediately. She told me, wait a minute.
Wow.
After, I think, 5 minutes, M-Pesa popped.
Okay.
I was really, this is a very interesting person. Somebody you've not met, you're just talking over the phone, and then you request for a help, and the help just comes immediately. Yeah, so it really touched my heart. Yeah, now that's the time. Now when I moved to Nakuru, it was some work that was taking 2 weeks. When I went to Nakuru, one of the weekends, we made arrangement. Because Nakuru and Kijabe was a bit close. So we made arrangement. One of the Sundays, I traveled to Kijabe. It was a very, I don't know how to call it, but a moment of reckoning whereby you're expecting to see somebody whom you've been communicating with for some time. Now that's the day, How does she look, And those days we didn't have much of phone to take photos, to send.
You are not seen on Facebook?
I had not.
Okay. Yes. Did you go to Facebook and to search Nyamita, Diana?
No, actually it didn't occur to me.
Okay.
That I could get him on Facebook or something. Those days we used to use Mulika Mwizi.
Yes.
So if you had a smartphone, it would be good, but I didn't have one. Yeah.
So how was your reaction? Now you have met this somebody that you've been talking to?
No, wait a minute. Even before we meet and the reaction. So I tell him, you come to Kijabe, it's a Sunday. I'll show you the church. Enter the church. Let's meet after the service. We used to go to the chapel. When normally we would travel to Nairobi, but on this weekend when we are not going to your church, there was a hospital chapel. It was interdenominational. So I explained to him where it was. I told him, when you come, if the church is not over, just enter. We will meet after church. So he comes and then he gets in. Of course, I saw him.
You saw him?
Yes.
You didn't know him?
You know everyone. Oh, okay. So when you see a guest, you are guessing it's him.
Yeah, it could be him.
And then after the church, nikamlenga. I saw him out there, nikamlenga, nikampita. So I started talking to my friends. I wanted to see his reaction. Yeah. So after some time, he got pissed off. Because he couldn't tell who Diana is, and there was no one coming to talk to him. So he tapped one of my friends and asked her if she could show him who Diana was. And then that friend of mine asked him, Atiye, unajua huyo Diana?
How do you ask? Let me just take you back a bit. Yes. So when I entered the church, I went and sat at the back. The service, by the way, those ladies, every lady there was just also beautiful. So I just wondering, who is that?
You got confused?
Yes. Kijabe, those nurses, And I'm there seated at the back. And then at some point they asked about visitors. So I stood. I think I introduced myself. No, I didn't introduce myself. I just stood there and we were welcomed. Then after the service, now people stepped out. Now, just know how people respond. A new person in a place, they always like to seclude themselves. So I went and stood at just next to a tree. Then looking around, I'm not seeing anybody approaching me like her. Then I saw a lady passing. Then I asked her, could you kindly show me who Diana is? Then she was like, why are you asking somebody whom you don't know? Then I told her, we've been communicating over the phone, but we were to meet with her today. Then she went away as if I was not talking to her.
Okay.
Then just standing next.
She's like, she went and talked to her, and then she came. Actually, she came with a friend. And then there, asking, are you the Diana? I was asking her, are you Diana? Then she's asking me, are you Abby?
You said, you were there and this lady came to me and told me, Diana, you have a visitor. Then, but she didn't talk back to you. So you walked away and continued your journey to nowhere, where you stood. When I was with Carol, and she was on night shift. I had brought for her lunch. So I was telling her, here's your lunch, but there's a friend who has come, let's go meet him. So I came with Carol and Faith. Then we were the three of us and he was alone. Of course, by that time I knew it was him. So I was like, hi, you must be the Nyamita. Yeah. So that's how we met.
Yes.
And introduced, and he said, oh, he must be the Diana. Yeah, and I said, yeah, this is my friend Carol and this is my friend Faith. We work together.
Yes.
Carol is remaining. We are walking home with Faith. Before we go to the house, then let us go to Faith's house and dedicate it. Because she had just received the house from the hospital and we were moving in. She was moving in. So we said, let's go dedicate this house, then we go home. I take you to the place where we stay. We eat lunch because I had already prepared lunch. Yeah.
Wow. That's a quite interesting story.
Yeah.
So, Nyamita, let me ask you. I saw someone on a certain group on Facebook asking if it's possible to fall in love with someone that you've never met. And it seems that you guys fell in love before even you saw each other physically.
Yes.
Kindly, what can you tell people? What can you tell them?
It's very much important. It's very much real that you can fall in love with somebody whom you've not met.
Yes.
One, because of, like for my case, I heard about the personality, the character, and it is the character or the personality that I had is what made me fall in love with her, even if I had not seen her.
Yes.
And I'm reminded of, if you look at even Adam and Eve, Adam did not see Eve. It was just the rib that was removed from him.
Yes.
When he was asleep, and he was told, "Now, here's your wife." And he fell in love with Eve, just like that. And even Isaac, when the dad sent some servants to go and look for him a wife, Isaac did not see the wife, but what happened when the servant went there and made some kind of how do you call it, a requirement, or necessarily a requirement, but specifications, what will happen if you see a lady who is going to behave like this, know that that's the one. And it turned out to be true. That lady, when the wife to Isaac came on board, she gave the camel water and even gave the servant water, and it was a confirmation that that's now the wife. So you can fall in love with somebody whom you've not seen.
Okay. But what are the precautions?
One, the precautions is that you might, if you don't know what you are what you are looking for.
Yes.
If you're somebody who is looking for physical appearance.
Yeah.
And those other things, not about the art, you might get disappointed.
Yes.
So falling in love with somebody whom you've not seen or you've not met is about the heart.
Yes.
It's not about physical appearance, whatever. Because physical appearance will automatically one day somebody might grow old, and it disappears.
Yes.
But then the character, the heart, And let me tell you, with my wife, I found later on to learn that she was really, really natural. The way she is, the way, what I was being told about her, a loving God, a caring person. So it's very much possible, but you must really know what you want.
Wow.
Like for me, I wanted somebody who loved God, somebody who worships, That's what touched my heart. So I was loving that personality. I was loving that character.
Okay. So guys, it's very possible to fall in love with someone that you've never met. Just be careful and pray. And Diana, it's been 7 years. Has it been smooth? Or What is that one thing that has kept you together?